do you allow fear to hold you back? And do you wish you had more courage to overcome fear and yourself, holding yourself back from really doing justice to that what you deep inside have in your heart, that I wish I could, but I'm scared. I don't know how to. I never done this before. What will others think? What if I fail? I am not ready enough. Sounds familiar, any of this? That this is a topic that is very close to my heart. I used to be so fear driven in various different ways. My choices, my way of being, doing, saying things, even allowing myself to think and dream how I really wanted to, reflecting to myself, expressing myself in ways that was meaningful to me. I came to understand that I wasn't doing justice to that. I was holding myself back so much. And I did not even understand for the longest time that I was doing so. And fear was always the reason behind it. And you know what? I didn't even think that I could call myself courageous or brave. I just felt so distressed within myself. And I was a master in hiding it. Because at the same time as I felt worry, fear, overwhelm, self-doubt, you name it, hesitancy about myself, but also then just reflecting it outwards. I was worried about everyone I loved and how everything would go, the future and everything. What I came to understand was that the main reason for fear was my own relationship with myself. Because I was so uncertain with myself. I wasn't even being myself. And that created that sense of fear within me already without anything external happening. Because I wasn't certain with myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand or allow myself to understand what I was feeling. I was denying, even honestly laying out that I was feeling stressed or I was feeling afraid. I would not allow myself to feel that. So how on earth could I have felt safe, courageous, if the beginning was like that? My own relationship with myself. There was absolutely no way that I would have combined the word courage or brave with who I was and how I felt inside. That was like the last word I would have put together, connected with me if I had to choose to pair up words to describe. But it is remarkable how that certainty and courage began to build upon little by little by becoming certain, knowing myself firstly, being honest with myself, owning it up, regardless if the environment wasn't agreeing, doing things, expressing myself, showing myself up in ways that felt like, hey, this is me. Even if I never done this before, I never said this before, I never thought like this. What does this mean when I think of this inside? Where did this come from? When I allowed it to be, I had much more room to become me and feel free and safe. And that's how the courage became, because I started to feel like, hey, oh my goodness, now I understand for myself, this feels like me. And I started to feel more and more certain within myself. And that's how I would say the word courage came whenever I needed to overcome something, a situation or a new activity, or express myself. When I would feel the resistance, was always tuning back with myself, knowing that I have within me it. But it is about me being honest with myself, and aligning back to my heart and my truth. If you think that you don't have the courage, you're not brave enough, that is complete ridiculousness, nonsense. You have within you all the strength, all the courage, everything that you need to overcome anything. The most important thing for you to feel that you have that courage within you to overcome anything, and you know that you do, is for you to establish a healthy, loving, supportive relationship with yourself. And then to make it number one priority to maintain and cultivate. That is the number one thing. And with that, you will always, no matter what happens in life, you will feel the resistance for sure. Life will test us, and it ain't easy, but the way to get through those times of resistance and new exciting challenges, even if they might cause us to feel the fear, is by having that relationship with yourself, establishing that certainty, knowing within you. You anchor it so deeply within you that even if you hesitate, even if you feel the fear, which is a natural phenomenon to have in life for us all to experience, that you will always overcome it and get stronger, more courageous by choosing yourself and having that foundation of your own relationship as the most important thing, ingredient for you to always get on the other side of fear. Get the relationship that we have with ourselves. It's the most natural, the most beautiful, the most powerful relationship each one of us have with ourselves. Yet, it is crazy how afraid we are to truly do justice and to just be ourselves with everything that comes. When I was early in my conscious healing journey, I was doing a lot of self-reflection and just writing things down on paper. And I came across a sentence that I had written that really popped out afterwards. And I was looking at it, I was like, oh my goodness, how can this be? It makes no sense. I had written that becoming myself, the journey of becoming myself, has been the most difficult thing I've ever done, or something like that. And I remember that I was looking at it, I was like, this is just crazy. That being me has been the most difficult thing, the most natural connection. And we're talking about just being who you are naturally. That is like the most scariest, the most difficult thing to get back to. So with that said, I'm so grateful that I have done the journey. It's been worth of everything. That is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves, is to connect back to our truth, to our hearts, and to then always get back to it when we drift or get disoriented from the connection. And not only to ourselves, it's the greatest gift ever we can give to the world around us, because then we are being the best, authentic, most beautiful energy in us, and that will have an effect, even if we don't see it right away, even if it takes time for us to notice the difference. It makes all the difference, and most importantly, you will feel it within you. Much love. Remember, it's all within you. You got this, and your best is yet to come.